Hello friends, I welcome you in the tutorial describing the operations of a smart classroom. We know that these smart classrooms can be used in many ways to cover several aspects. Therefore, this tutorial will be divided in three parts. First part will be introduction to the equipments and how to take a class using these equipments. Second part will cover how to conduct a conference classroom session, and the third part will cover the operations of AView. AView is a software. Regarding this software, the all details we will see in the third section of the tutorial. In fact friends, by using smart classrooms to teach, we can have teaching more comprehensive and students friendly. I would suggest you that you should go for practice session before actually taking classes in smart classrooms. I also encourage you for taking more and more classes in smart classrooms, and I also wish you happy teaching with smart classrooms. Thank you.
Hello viewers, I welcome you all to the three-part series of tutorials describing the operation of smart classroom. This is the first tutorial in which I will tell you about A. The electronic devices used in this classroom. B. How to conduct a class using these devices. Let us begin with the devices we are having in the smart classroom. First is UPS. It is used to give uninterrupted power supply when the main power cuts off for any reason. Battery box stores the charge which is provided to the UPS and from there to the entire setup during power failure. Next is desktop computer. It is used to plug and run teaching aids like images, audiovisuals or PowerPoint. The third one is white screen. It is used to preview teaching aids for students. Also, it is used as a whiteboard during teaching. The fourth one is projector. It is used to display or project the content of the computer for students' preview. Next is pen. It is an electronic alternate of chalk used to write on white screen. The sixth is control module. It is used to transmit audio from microphone or any other remote identity like laptop, computer, etc. to the speakers. Moving to the next, speakers. During the single classroom session, it is used to project audio of teacher, while during the conference classroom session, it is used to project audio from remote entity with whom conference is happening. Next is room module. It behaves as an amplifier to drive speakers. The ninth one is microphone. During the single classroom session, it is used to capture teacher's voice, while in the conference classroom session, it is used by both teacher and a student. While interaction, it comes with the volume control feature. The next is camera. It is used to multicast video of classroom activities during a conference classroom session using a software called AView. With the help of these devices, one can make teaching more comprehensive and learner friendly. How? We shall see further in this tutorial. Now let us see all the functions we can do using smart classroom. The smart classroom can be used for A. To teach, that is to give lectures. You can use teaching aids like slides, images, videos, etc. to project them on white screen. So you don't need chalk, board and duster. What you have to do is just to carry your content in a USB. Also, if you want to show something from internet, the setup is equipped to do so. You can show any video, text or image available on internet. B. White screen as board. Still, at some point of time, if you want to go the regular way of conducting a class, You are provided with the white screen and a digital pen tool to write, draw and calculate in multicolor. In this case, the white screen can now be used as a whiteboard. C. To conduct conference classroom session. Advanced use of the classroom is to conduct conference classroom session within campus or from some other institute located outstation. For conducting outstation contact, the other party should have a setup compatible to the setup we are having in RIE. In this tutorial further, we will now focus on point A and point B. Now let us see how to conduct a class in a smart classroom. First of all, teacher needs to get access of the devices in the classroom which are kept in a wooden podium. So he has to beforehand to get the keys issued and have to reach the classroom 10 minutes before the student assemble to do the required settings. Let us see those settings. The first step is to pull down the white screen and open the podium locks. UPS is programmed to be switched on during the office hours, but if you find that it is not on, please do the same before you start anything. Switch on the computer. Switch on the control module. Once you switch on the control module, the speakers and room module will start automatically. Switch on the projector using the remote. The projector is mounted on top of the white screen. Transfer your content, that is images, PowerPoint, etc. onto the computer. Take out the microphone from its charging unit. Press and hold this button here to switch it on. Teacher has to mount the mic like this or like this onto himself to get the mobile access. These are the basic settings you do before you start taking the class. Now let us see how to project visual aids on the white screen. When you play your PowerPoint slides or any video or display an image on your computer, the same will be displayed on the white screen for students viewing. Now suppose you want to use this white screen as whiteboard. So let us see how to do that. Interesting thing in this case is that if you don't have any content to display, you can use the whiteboard feature without turning on the computer. Let us see the demo of this. You will find the pen tool kept here in the podium. To operate, one need to touch the pen tool perpendicularly on the screen. By touching it like this on the screen, you will see the toolbar. This is the way one can write on the screen. From here, you can opt between different colors available. You can draw predefined shapes like this. You can erase partially the text you have wrote like this, or in case you want to completely wipe out the screen, you need to click on this button here. One can use whiteboard function in the running class while the computer is on and something is displayed on the screen. You can highlight any segment of the projected visual aid with the help of digital pen. So that is how you teach in a smart classroom facility. Now let us have a look of do's and don'ts of operating in a smart classroom. As we all are aware that the electronic devices available in the classroom are highly susceptible to dust and voltage fluctuations, so let's see few precautions. Don't put the chalk box and duster on the podium as computer screen is lying under that. Do not move podium as it is connected to the battery and shifting it could cause disconnection problem. Always put the microphone on charging when not in use. Unlock the camera compartment only when the camera is required. Camera is required only when you are conducting a conference session. While conducting a single class, you don't need the camera. Be careful while you are taking out the camera. Always put it on its specified position on top of the podium, which is here. Be careful with the cables and don't pull them unnecessary, as disconnecting of any cable might result in malfunctioning of the system. Also, please don't change the positions of the equipments inside or outside the podium, as each equipment has its own specified position for a reason. Pull the projector screen very gently. Use only the digital pen to write on the screen. Using pen, pencil, chalk, any kind of marker other than the digital pen can damage the screen permanently. Once the session ends, always double check if you have switched off the system and locked the podium. But keep the UPS on and do not switch off the main supply to UPS. In the last, don't forget to wind up the screen before you leave. Considering the wide utility and long life of the equipments, I request to everyone that please be very careful to the precautions I have mentioned just now. Another important point to remember is the order in which the setup should be switched on and switched off. The order is as follows. Switch on the system in the following order. Unwind the screen. Switch on the monitor, then projector, control module, camera if required, and then CPU. Switch off the system in the following order. Switch off the system, then camera, control module, then projector, monitor, in the last wind up the screen. This order of switching on and off the equipments is essential to ensure the proper shutdown of the devices. Missing an order may lead to the crashing of concerned equipment in a line. Again, I request all the viewers to follow this order carefully. With this, we come to an end of this part of the tutorial. So please watch our next two parts to know more functions. In the next part, I will talk about how to conduct a conference classroom session using Smart Classroom. Using this feature, one can communicate to a larger number of audience. So please watch our next part in series. Till then, goodbye.